I have here a 4-in-1 multi-viewer. So this is a HDMI splitter essentially, so you can have 4 inputs to a single output, and you can select which input is actually being sent to the output independently. So this is a 4K device, and it will not have any kind of flickering or any dropped frames when you're using it. So here on the remote, you can see the input source select right here, the 4K to 1080p right here. You can also toggle through, and then there's different modes. You can see where you can do split screen with the different inputs or view all of them, and then a few other styles of seeing all of the screens at the same time. You will need 2 AAA batteries for this remote, and it does not come with the batteries. So here you can see I've got all the HDMIs plugged in. This one's going to the TV, and then I've got a computer, an iPad, a Nintendo Switch, and a Fire TV stick plugged into these inputs, so we can have some fun and demonstrate how well this works. So here you can see all 4 devices connected: computer, iPad, Nintendo, and a Fire TV stick. You can have them displayed like this, or you can cycle through the different modes using the remote. And you can see now you've got split, showing all of them still just in a different pattern. Now it's just 2 of the screens. Do it again. Now it's going to be the other 2 screens. And then here's a different split where you've got 3 here and 1 there. And that's going to cycle through all of those. So it's going to cycle which one is the big one versus the small ones. And you can do the same thing on the actual box here by pushing the mode button and cycling through them the same way. So you can see there's lots of different ways you can do this, and they all have nice, crisp, clear video coming from the input box. So here you can see the different modes. I can switch to a single input, cycle through the different modes, or I can hit this button right here and do this 4-way split screen. You've got plenty of controls up here on the front. You can also change between the 1080p and the 4K, and enable and disable the audio. So here you can see I've got the audio coming through, or I can click the button and turn off the audio. So it's completely up to you whether you want to pass through the audio or not. So here you can see I've got this one full screen. This is the one the audio is coming from. If I want, I can turn off the audio to that one so there's no audio at all. Or I can cycle through which one's going to have the audio and have it come back up to this one after the 4th one cycles through. Here I've got it on the single screen mode, and I can cycle through which one is taking the full screen. You can see just how responsive it is. And if I want, I can turn off the audio on any of them and all of them as it's cycling through. So when you're on this mode, you can have the audio coming from whichever one you want. If you push the button, it's going to cycle through which channel the audio is coming from, and you can have it go all the way through and come back to the one you were originally on just by clicking the button and cycling through. So this 4-in-1 multi-viewer is really nice. You can see it's got high quality video. You've got 4K coming from all of these inputs. You can be viewing them all at once, or you can cycle through the different modes so you can have one full screen or have one larger with the other smaller. So there's lots of ways you can use this. It's really nice. You've got the buttons on the front or the remote, and you can pick where the audio comes from. It's going to be a great device to have if you've got lots of inputs and only a single TV to display them on.